Yo, welcome back. This is Mission and Minister Sylvester. I'm your number one host and guest of honor on the same very broadcast. I deem it the very highest authority with the supernatural power of a principality, powers, dominion, and the great hierarchy and archives of great angel of heaven records. Right on this very earth or planet on which we dwell, and the solid part of this metaphysics and the great scientific surface of great consciousness. And I declare a position like this to show the very colors of the great gardens the Lord made or did really establish on this very terrain of earthwave. Now, I will be very grateful to also having your engagement of such topic with vision. Now we hear the word provision. Provision actually would be telling you what you didn't understand to have provision. As a word provision, what do you think it is? Is that a shop or a bishop, or we have something very important to talk about? Or I can just say I skip the word prophet, which goes for robbery. Leaving the word provision for prophet is robbery. That is when they have not learned. The Bible always says what? They have perished. So they could be blamed for many things happening all because of the name. But if you get really to produce the fruit, you will know what you are now calling provision. Thank you very much. Let's delve straight away to the topic. Now this is what we are talking about. Topic like provision. I will be looking at a word like bombs. Bombs. And we also have the word booming. And we also have what? Bombas. And we also have what? Buzzing. This is what you're yearning for. Thank you so much. And I will take you through a very straight one. Now let's take a look quickly what these few words are. As what led to this is actually a vision. Now, there's nobody on this earth or in anywhere located, any part of this global universe that you want to say the Lord says if there be a breath in that taken, that would have nothing raised from. So I'm going to show that. For me to be able to show you colors on the screen is the glowing. So the glowing. What we want to say glory is simply glowing. There is no word for glory other than something else that you try to say if I have to decode it. But a word that really represents an act and a light emitting element or instrument or a creature that light on its own is why they give a word. If the light be in darkness, you will only see the light in the glow form. That's why they have the word glowing. So in this case, looking at a sport that is like a casting shadow as a very topic or the thumbnail, you find out that that is what? No light. But let's look. If there is light, let's find out. Let's see if we can see light anywhere around. Let's find out. Now, before we delve into the straight, just look at that. You see that there's a star or there's a light. Now, this light is what we term as glowing. When you can now spot light, then we say is what? Glowing. So thank you so much. I'll be grateful you also subscribe to the channel. It's for your own good. A word good. Let's go straight. Now, what is provision? Take a first presentation. Nobody can do this better than myself as the Lord showed the vision. So mostly, I want to tell a very bell like this, as it will be an artistic word. An artistic word comes not from what you speak. However, what is waiting to be A, until I show what is A, you have no A. I am proving what the word says by Spirit, who dimly establish that word between the one who hear it. They may hear and not hear well. Now, when they thought they hear, then I decode it right now for you to see this is what they were trying to hear. So a word for boom. What is boom or bomb? What is bomb? Do you know what words are these? They all represent the atomic bomb or an explosion or something that had to do with destruction or making space with an force established where you cannot stay or contain it. It will explode or you only see an explosion. Why are we talking about it? Yes, where it's so important. Listen, if it's a vision the Lord shown, I'm going to take that word through so that the things here actually represent a key. Now look at that. So the word bomb, that is B-O-M-B. That is bomb, or boom. That's what you want to say. It's a word. Now, what is a word? So it's a word carrying its own spirit and meaning. So no matter we try to give it a word meaning, except they have been given from the space of what? Spirit. Now, here's what it means. What the Lord shown had led to what I have to talk about. And what I have to really talk about is also what? Something I have to come out with to make a name of which you don't understand clear to the light before you know what it is. It's like a treasure in a hidden place. A treasure already is out, hidden, but of what? Something important. Now here, so the word bomb is what? Is related to what? An act of forced exertion or distraction, or highly concentrated energy emitting or showing its strength or an impact in a very source. Now, this is what it has to do with their vision. The word bomb has an what? Onomatopoeic or onomatopoeic origin. It means they are beyond what you have in dictionary. They are not just words you study and you write exam and have as a result. It has to be what? What I'm saying. What led to what? Talking about this vision the Lord shown. So that it's beyond having it with you already, having the word with you, even is what you don't understand. Today, you first of all understand what the word bomb means. Now, it has to say it's of origin. What is origin? Now we are getting the origin of what they are using as an explosion or an impact made by what? A force. So here, stemming from the Greek word bob or bombos. This is what? Bombos. What does it mean, bombos? Bombos means, or it meaning, bombing, or booming, or buzzing. Now, this sound-based origin is reflected in its usage to describe explosive device. You say that the definition is coming right from the whole term. Now, explosive devices which produces or produce a loud. What is loud? Like a sound or melody, very loud, like ringing so loud in your heart, understanding or decoding of what? Whatever it is in you as an impression. Now, booming sound upon detonation, or you want to say detonation. What is detonation? Now, I'm talking about what sound. So it's going to like the music, and that's why everything that you say is, from the word sound and music, lyrics, that made a sound, all of that, and medium, and a creature that is not dead but living. This is what produces what we are talking about right now. And here, in the act of angels and manifestation, and what relationship is between angels, creatures, and all of that thing that you want to say, man, or angel, or any other thing that is a living organism. Here is a word. There's a business. That business is receiving, hearing, sending to him, or ascending to him. That's the main business for a purpose. So business simply, I told you, is what? Being in the path of winning it. How do you win it? Proper transaction, which have to come with balances. And you must tally it. And then a few days ago, we learned about what? Tally. And we realized that tally is one name of what? A god. And then we also have what? Friday or free of Piedere. All these come with what? Some very important words that you use daily. However, you don't know what it is. But you were only told that it is on this day that you are trying to refer to as Friday. Or on that day. Or you use it on computer like tally. I don't know, it's the name of what? A goddess. That is it. So this will go on to say, now booming sound upon what? Detonation. So detonation. And then the word evolved. What does evolve means? It has transformed or moved or changed or moved for just to say making a progress from one thing to the other through a transformation, transfiguration, or with time, it causes growth. Just how they want to tell you for you to understand clearly onto what this word that it has evolved through what Latin and Latin they have it as what bombas. So when they have the school bus or something naming school bus, they are telling you what it comes from. Bus, just to keep the word alive or setting a reminder that you shouldn't lose such thing when you go to school. Then first thing like this, danger. You have to keep this. That's why they place it only appropriately where it has to be. Now, in French, says what? Bombay. So French means what? Bombay. So when you use any name or word without yourself making a proper research, you have a problem with that word. And that problem will be spirituality. And that is very important to say, you know what word is this. Now, it goes on to say, before entering English. You get it? So we got more efficient words to produce as also getting breakdown. Now, in ancient Greek, it says what? The root. Now you want to say you are doing kind of root or math. What math do you know? Yeah, we're talking about the root. The root of what you say or things you have to say. That the root is the Greek word bombos. And it's written in the Greek right there. Which what? Which imitates the sound of a deep, hollow noise. Now in the Latin, the Greek word became bombas, as in Latin retaining the meaning of what? Booming or buzzing sound. This is all we are talking about. Before I talk about a vision, already I'm telling you what a vision is. Yes, if you're already connected to the Spirit of the Lord, you will have this. Now they were simply talking about this, like a bomb, like this, where they bomb you, where they throw something against you. Yeah, that's what's happening. You know, it's prophetic, and I don't want to use the word prophetic. That's why I use the word provision. What is provision? To first of all have the vision ahead. To first of all know what you need to do tomorrow, and the Lord show you today. So you have done it in advance. Or that you want to get to a place, then they have given you how to get there. That's provision. So this indeed, to go in a shop and you want to say, do you have this provision or this name and that? You are not doing the work of provision. You are just representing an act. So that the provision itself is the word that is for the prophetic. That you don't use the word prophetic. You use the word rather provision. Because the Lord gave a prophet, as you want to say, he's not a prophet. But that you want to say a prophet to your days. But the real world is what? Provision. So that when you get to the store, that's where you see the shop, stock, warehouse. By the way, just prophet, it's like, wow, what do you say? What do you mean? Then they told you knows that they have it first for what? Seer. And other things. So if the word gets to the level that corrupts, then you have to learn. If not, it will corrupt with you. You corrupt alongside with the word. So in English, the English word for bomb or bomb is what? Was borrowed from what? French in the late 16th century. Now, beyond its literal meaning, bomb has also developed slang and what? Figurative uses. In some contexts, it can mean something excellent. It can mean something excellent. Or it can mean something excellent. Or successful. To say this word, their movie was a bomb. You are trying to escalate it. Or you are trying to exclamate that this is different other than what you used to know or the regular times. To say you say this word, but you don't say, ha! You allowed it. Oh, this is beyond what you know. It's beyond the usual thing. It's abnormal now. When it began to produce such things, it began to what? Represent a different word, which is a different energy force. That gave it what? A meaning. So in that context, we say that it's a boom or it's a bomb. Yeah. Like sometimes what you expect that you don't get it or you least expect this, and that's rather what happened. That's it. So those are the areas that you don't know when the prophetic or the mission of the Lord will surface. As you go to church, you don't know nothing. You just only go to church. But you don't have any business or working relation with the Lord himself. The working relation of the Lord himself is the visions he gave. So if you go to church and you don't have a vision, you are not going to church for the Lord. You are now doing a disservice to yourself, attending church without a vision. So that without a vision, you sin the more. But when the Lord shows you a vision in the dream, you wake up and work on it. Because what he will show you, either you are terrified, either you get up and you have felt in that way, it is in the vision. Either you just wake up seeing yourself, no, unless somebody wake you up. That will align you to whatever the Lord is saying in reality it is. Not when somebody is preaching you. That's not the word. It may be, but until you see the reality. Now watch out. The thing bombing can also refer to moving very fast. Furthermore, name bombing is a term for using someone's name to try and get something done quickly, though it's often seen as a negative tactic. So it said that it's a negative thing. So that when they describe the bomb or the act of throwing bombs or weapon or bullet to the level of nuclear diffusion, it means compressed, high-powered something energy. That when there's any shaking and landing, then it causes more power to explode. That's why they got a wet bomb right there. Now this is the vision where the Lord showed me 360 times, 2 times B bombers, like the aeroplane for bombing. You know, they have a special tag for this. And that is what I'm saying, that the Lord showed 2 times. They've flown from down to the top 2 times. And that shows you when you see this level, it is just marking the First World War and the Second World War. And now you are in a third part where you want to say, what are you seeing? Why are we seeing this now? That one has passed already. But you are in the current generation that you are seeing it. So it means what? The Lord is connecting you with what? A different generation, having vision of life or cutting of generation. And in this case, you have to be cautious and learning from the ways of the Lord now. Then you apply the tactics of how winning it. You don't just go to church, but seek the guidance of the Lord. The guidance is what brings light and then life into you. That the Lord may be destroying somewhere or a part of this locality as maybe nation, country, whatever you call it. What you call it? Gold Coast, I know. But to say GH Accra. But he, the Lord that will begin or initiate this, will wish that he takes you on a path that he's not going to destroy. In the same country, but he will destroy a part of it. That is where you are led alone to your relationship. He's saved or you are led into captive. That's what the Lord is saying. This is all it means. That a vision like this, I'm only telling you, I have had a lot of vision, and then their vision should be what? As it is. So if I have a live vision, you're already seeing it. That I don't think I came out to just talk or say something about a fellow which doesn't concern the world in which I live. I don't do that. That's not my business. Their business is what concerns the Lord and concerns this one and nature. What is nature? The word nature, I told you, is what? Return. So we're going to look at the word nature, and that the word nature means return. So whatever you have lost into the world that you hope to see it return. That's all that they are saying is nature. So the word nature itself is just directly telling you return. So whatever comes from nature will surely return. Whatever you throw away wrongly or judge wrongly will surely return, because nature will return it. Nature is a spirit. So when you cut off something, it will return. Surely based on the account and how you deal with it. This is not church. We are in the generation of end of the world. And end of the world is what? Where you are getting what you have to be learning and what the Lord says. Of course, the Lord says he will lead his own. He will guide them. Whatever it is. What is the other vision? We showed you this vision the last time. Here. This same one. The president. And immediately I did this, Donald Trump is making a move. Then he's showing you his warplane. And he's driving it to Virginia side and to the northern part of the country. It is just a code of what I'm saying. I just did this one, but he make a gesture. It means he is led by the Spirit. So he make a move. Whether we have a direct word or not, this word, I see a kind gesture. it means truly the Lord will lead his own. So those of you who think it doesn't concern you, your Lord will also lead you to wherever you think it concerns you. For English is not a word from your language. However, we can find words in your language that are direct. Like we were looking at a word like this. Being born Tuesday from the word Kwabena. Kwabena is simply original name to what? Prophetic name. So when you are born Tuesday by your natural birth, that word is Anabi. The word Tuesday is Anabi. So that person you were trying to call this prophet, he was born on Tuesday. That is a Tuesday. So you don't know when that person was born. And when you see myself as Isaac or Esau or Sylvester or the shiny one, it means I was born on Sunday. You can't know better than this. I'll end right here. We'll end this right there. Don't forbid the word of the Lord. So that even the V-Son, the V-I Son, the vision, the word vision is a result, is of the Lord, which is V-I, Son. And the VI, signs. This is VI what? Signs. So the word vision is a result. You see that decoding it, I'm saying VI. VI is already in my left hand. That is my hand. So that, in other words, VI or AI or IA, that is one word over here. Now, when you see the VI Son and the VI signs, it's one person like this. It's myself. Thank you. I'll be right back. We'll end the broadcast just right here.